The Iranian channel, which has made a habit of recruiting British talk show hosts, now finds it has some questions to answer.
Well, I'm joined now by Matthew Richardson from Press TV and by the political journalist Martin Bright, who writes a blog for The Spectator magazine and who's appeared as a commentator on Press TV. Would you appear again?
I find it difficult after what's happened in Iran. It's not so much the coverage, which I have to say I haven't seen a lot of. Press TV is not a station that I watch very often.
Because it's shit.
It's more the fact that this is an organ of the Iranian state.
Did you use that when you appeared on it?
I did, and that's why I gave my fee to British Muslims for secular democracy.
Do you claim that you're impartial?
Yes.
How can you be when you're funded by the Supreme Leader?
Well, it's an interesting way, the way you put it. I mean, BBC is funded by the British government, if you put it that way.
No, it isn't.
The fact of the matter is, I mean, well, yeah, it is. I mean, firstly, let's get a few things clear.
Fucking prick.
Lazy journalism here. I'm actually of Press TV Limited, which is an independent company, which the article that I presume this has spurred on this kind of debate was referring to. Press TV International is a separate entity. Now, the point that you were making, I assume, was that you appeared on the show knowing that it was funded by the Iranian government, but then chose to dedicate your fee somewhere else. Now, the point is that Press TV, at the moment, has a growing audience around the world. BBC may not like that. Maybe certain members of the British government...
My question was perfectly simple.
What was the
question? You're impartial.
Well, I answered the question.
The question
yes.
then, you said yes, I said then, how can you be impartial when you're funded by the Supreme Leader and you've got some riff about numbers?
Jeremy, that because, you see, every station is funded by some kind of entity. The moment that something is funded by an entity, whether it's people, whether it's a very rich person, in some cases, there's always going to be the attraction to be suspicious of bias.
It is very difficult, of course, to know exactly what you have been broadcasting to Tehran, but we do know on your own website that there are 7 days entirely missing from the end of the election to the 20th. They're just not there. There's nothing there. The first reference, for example...
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You know, the woman who was killed. The most dramatic image that has come out...
Never trust a ball band with a goatee.
The first reference to that death on your website was today.
Can't.
Again, the website is a separate entity. I'm not going to be speaking on behalf of the website. But
Well, I mean, it's hard for us to actually have a conversation if you won't talk about the website, because
I'm not responsible for the website, Martin.
Well, you're a spokesperson
of Press TV Limited. Press TV Limited.
I mean, it is difficult to see.
I think that in order to have a sensible debate, gentlemen, you're going to have to get accurate on some instances.
You start lecturing them.
A separate independent company of Press TV.
It's like the BBC radio has nothing to do with BBC television.
The only real way of judging your output is the material on the website that reflects what's on your TV station. As I left my house this evening, there was a typical Press TV report which was about Zionist pressure on the Obama regime. It's one of your obsessions on the TV station. It's either comes directly from the Iranian government, or it's some conspiracy theory about the influence of international Zionism, or
not happy, man.
In the case of the girl Neda who died in the demonstration, some wild conspiracy theory about how it was some sort of pre-arranged scenario, and then in fact it had nothing to do with the Iranian state, that poor woman died. You, on your TV station, make no pretense whatsoever of being impartial. I mean, it would be far more honest for you to come on here and say, well, we're not impartial because we are a propaganda organ of the Iranian state. Then I would take you seriously.
Do you do your research? Sorry, I don't. Do you do your research? Because what it sounds like is you've read a blog and you've simply taken some comments from people who are angry.
No, it's watched the program.
You've referred to anti-Zionist propaganda and Iranian propaganda. Give me some examples.
Well, this evening on your website you have a report which says that, which is a report directly from an Iranian government spokesperson called Mr. Samara Hashimi, which says that Barack Obama changed his position on the Iranian election due to Zionist pressure. How about that?
Okay. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
there's
the
one, you
What
can't.
about the television station?
And you asked him for an example. He's giving you an example.
Give me an example on the television show.
He's just giving you an example.
Which is the prominent.
That came directly from your TV show.
You
It's
fucking
also
mong.
got some direct Iranian propaganda.
How much of a
about
cunt do you
how
feel?
The Iranian government has warned all election headquarters to cease activities, pretty sinister, and that the file is closed on the election, which is, again, the official Iranian line. I mean, I find it absurd that you come here and imagine that anyone's going to do it.
Many people do take the position seriously, and the Press TV is a growing station. I don't think
well
that will be
done.
stopped. But one thing that should stop is this lazy journalism. You see, you're talking about...
Lazy.
You're talking about a television...
I'll give you an example from the TV. Dennis Ross is a neocon pro-Israeli who will put Israel before Obama. He's a global Zionist. That was on your TV station, isn't it?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's a position you can
Just
hold.
lazy.
Let me reiterate the point. I'm here to speak on behalf of Press TV Limited, which is an independent company in London. This is the article that was written by Martin Fletcher. Well, that's up to BBC. I mean, BBC have decided that I'm good enough to be here. So I
Yeah,
assume
but
they
you're
stopped
not.
their
You're
research.
shit.
But the fact of the matter is, Press TV Limited is an independent company. We're a production company. We would work with the BBC if they paid us the right fee. The fact of the matter is,
Anybody who pays you the right.
well, I'm sure you would as well. But the fact of the matter is that Press TV Limited is separate to Press TV International, and I think it would have been better that you and the BBC would have done their research in order to bring me on.
What do you think should be done about Press TV then?
Well, I think they should be allowed to carry on in the way they're carrying on and just collapse in a kind of mire of their own absurdity, really. I mean, I think that the decision that's been made by it is subjective, yes, it's my opinion.
Yeah, you thick cunt. Fuck.
The decision by Nick Ferrari to give up doing his show on Press TV was a principal position that journalists should take. Serious journalists should not work with this TV station, and then it won't be taken seriously.
We'll see. Okay, thank you both very much. Let's have a quick look at...
Allah didn't help you there, did he?
How the Financial Times goes